Alright, 42. I'm going to make this one real nice and easy for you. 3 rules. Be nice. Don't ever start shit in the bar. Because bar. And, what was the first one here? Be nice. Yeah, just be nice. Let him tell you what to do. Usually that there's going to be one of them on the board. But I did want to just touch on this because, like I said, this is kind of a bit of charity inside of here. Coolers and bouncers, right? Demon Core, mark your feet. You know, you can just be around a guy like...
Okay, so, let's continue
Patrick Swayze over there in Roadhouse about what is the what's on what it is. And I just, again, you know, there's a reason. So you don't listen to some asshole about, well, it's a graph, it's a demographic, it's a system. You have to first idealize what that number really is before you can do any positive economics, minus economics inside here. Where's that group going? Because this is 0. This is 0, 1 here. What is welfare? Well, what is economics and Pythagorean theorem? What is length times width? Trying to figure out height and length here, given the A plus B equals C. You know, it's also an area inside here too. I just don't know in a polygon, you know, pentagon, or any other shape here how to get those values in algebra or geometry. Because welfare is a geometry. Economics is a geometry. And I gotta be hard on you. I'm gonna hammer your asses down until you really stop looking at this stuff for what it is here. It's useful, especially in topological models. I don't know who's gonna come at me with universal base income. I don't know who's gonna hit me with the keeping it going by the standards. What's the... This is today's numbers. You'd have to graph it. Now, a lot of times I talk about it, I don't have the luxury of setting up lodge meetings, right? And I don't know what they're talking about in the Masons. I have no fucking clue. But I know in my table, if I were going to have something like that, what I would want to do is have a topological model. Well, it's nice when these come up, especially when they go to today's topics. You know, I can't have one of my crew coming off of it because somebody called me a cocksucker over there at the Double Deuce, the new Double Deuce. You got to be nice about the standard. You got to have a play for what these are. I can't have you blowing up about critical theory. I can't have you blowing up about cancel culture. I can't have you blowing up about what the maths are on the situation about China. You know, obviously it's fucking stupid, right? It's a group of people. It's where on the planet. Because that's where we got to start to begin to graph. When I'm in the stone mill, I'm going to start in the stone mill. Mark your feet. Everything, tread lines, saw sets, those are the welfare, those are the gravity depressions, and it's fair for those things in the form. I get a little special privilege in here because I understand a lot about zeros and ones and systems, of how that's going to break down into certainly hot and cold, and any state that isn't perfect towards the breadboard, or at least the approximation of that form of general relativity, right? In that house, you're probably going to be using Tesla. In electrical engineering, certainly Gauss is going to come up. But I want you guys to very strongly understand that some of the things they did well correlate to a frame that they may not have done so well. And I don't mean that they didn't do those things. Remember, Newton's not out here this morning, and all we could do is Bell's equality of Copenhagen's interpretation out here of Maxwell's demon, and it's going to tell us whether that is an electron up to par on what these things are. And for the most part, that conversation is congruent. But I want you to understand that it may not be complete. And if you're going to put some stuff out there like that, that's going to start to be like, well, I know he needs it inside here, but that has shit anything to do with welfare, does it? You know, this is going to be like, well, obviously some Z-coin stuff about where I want to position some of the some of the cat inside here. Is it alive? Is it dead? Okay, where are we if this was our general relativity? Okay, so it doesn't matter.
So therefore, what's producer surplus?